Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the LAXNAI 2023. I'm Steven Stamp, and this is the fifth place game. We are edging closer and closer to crowning a champion. And right now, we have a rematch of last year's championship game. Goldstar Tel Aviv with the ball. Matt Belando with the shot, as they were the first team they came second last year. The Rochester Bats now have their first possession. They are the defending champions. That reign will end in a few hours. Here's Eric Turner with the ball to start with the Bats. Handful of scratches for each team. We'll get into those in a little bit. The starting goaltenders, Lucas Coote between the pipes for Goldstar Tel Aviv. He is wearing the 65 that Cameron Dunkerley's been wearing, but he is listed as number 4 officially, but that is Lucas Coote playing between the pipes for Goldstar. And at the other end, as usual, Riley Hutchcraft for the Rochester Bats starting things out. Tim Semish makes the pass ahead. And Drew Lazar will take control of this ball. He's going to drive underneath, wide open lane to the net, and scores. And just a little stumble by Johnny Leclerc, and he couldn't recover his footing in time. Lazar's coming just past the center circle there, takes that pass. And you'll see Leclerc just loses his footing. And then trying to hustle back to get caught up. But that is Lazar all alone. And that will lead to the first goal of the game, giving Goldstar a 1-0 lead. Brooker Muir takes possession, gets over center, and is looking to get into the offensive zone. He might stay there. He will stay up. Hard shot from Follows. It's stopped. Great grab by Hunter Lemieux. But a pair of Goldstar defenders, Silberlicht and Griffin Weiss, push him off. Here's Follows with another chance. Silberlicht with the block there. Nicely taken by Matt Flapin. Control it with the body, pass it ahead. Here's Weiss. Good trail check by Jake Fox. But it will be a goal on the rebound. Goldstar Tel Aviv getting hot as Devin Piper puts another one in. You can see Weiss just gets out of the crease. Fox keeps him out of the play, but there's nobody to take Devin Piper, and he buries that one. 2 15-minute running time halves. Stop time in the final 2 minutes of play, which is the rule throughout the tournament until the semifinals and the championship game. We'll get into those times at those games, but they are a bit longer.
His first of the game scored by number 42, Devin Piper. Coming goal, 12-26.
Lemieux just slows things down, gets things ready, and hands it off to Alex Q. Might see more of Alex Q up in the offensive zone. That's Semish picking that one off. He's driving to the net. Scores! Beautiful play by Semish. Runs by Briley Maxwell, the big man, getting it done. Look at the control on that shot. Eating up turf with that big stride, the former professional tight end. Knows how to move and then drifts that shot over to the far post. And makes it 3-0 for Goldstar.
Goal, his first of the game, scored by number 85, Tim Semish. That goal was unassisted at 11-20.
Turner comes up, playing at the back door, but he's going to stay up for some offensive shifts, as we mentioned, as he won't to do anyway for this club. He fights through to the middle. It's a nice play, but he pings it off the far post. It ricochets back out. It's grabbed there by Weiss. Nice job by him to come away with it, but then he just drops it for Henry Follows and forces Lucas Coote to make a tremendous save. He had to be alert, and he makes that stop. Parker Pfeiffer. Flicks it over to Silberlicht along the far boards. This is Matt Flapen staying up for an offensive shift. Another guy who has lots of versatility. That pass doesn't connect. On the far side, here comes Rochester on the run. Jacob Saunders taking off. Pass it out front to Maxwell. Another nice save by Lucas Coote. He has been tested frequently in the last few minutes. Devin Pfeiffer way over on the far boards, away from his side, but he hands it off. That's a nice pass. Did it get through Hutchcraft? It did not. He takes a look, but makes sure it was right underneath him. Turner waiting on the far side. One of the reasons he's staying up front more is that Trent Boyd and Stephen Portelli, two of Rochester's righties, both scratched from this game. They're going to get it done with the lefties there as Henry follows, drives to the net. Lovely diving play and tucks that one home. Follows, gets the check from Silberlicht and kind of uses it to his advantage to get into space and then gets underneath Josh Schwall. Gets so low, he looks like a defensive end coming around the corner and just getting really horizontal to duck underneath the check. Very close to landing in the crease before the ball went in, but that one's going to count. It's the first of the game for Rochester. It'll make it 3-1. There's one thing about getting that low to the ground. It doesn't take long to wind up landing on the floor. Penalty coming to Adam Perrone. So after the goal for Rochester, some momentum will swing back the other direction. Nate Solomon starts with the possession at the top. They quickly moved around to the Pfeiffer brothers. Here's Belando. They only have 4 players. I was wondering where their fifth attacker was, and then you could hear the yells from the Tel Aviv bench saying, get somebody else out there, and Drew Lazar joins them. Fake behind the back from Solomon. Lazar on the floor for about 4 seconds and gets a shot off. Misses the net, though, and they're going to keep moving Belando up to Solomon. They're playing catch. Going to go behind the back. No, he fakes the behind the back. I was convinced he was going to do it. Belando works his way in, but misses. I don't think it touched anything. It did not. That one misses Hutchcraft as well. It's going to be a chance to run here for Alex Q. Great job to tap it ahead to himself. Spalansky off the bench really fast. Somebody must have hustled to get back for that change. Yeah, I'm looking. It does not look like they had too many players. Here's Popek. Matt Popek on his offside. We'll just leave it there. Kind of left it out in the lurch for Drew Lazar, but Lazar was able to come away with it. Took some swats from Turner. Piper cuts through the middle. Devin, it goes to Parker instead, and then the backdoor attempt. Nice quick stick try on the passing play, but it didn't quite connect. Looking for a dunk attempt. The pass attempt instead. None of them worked. The 30 will expire. Oh, and that's a delay game. And that's just a mental error by Nate Solomon. The whistle had gone. He knew the over and back was happening, and he just tapped it out of the way. And it may well have saved a breakaway from Johnny Leclerc, except that look at the speed coming on the other side from the other Tel Aviv player. I'm trying to think if that was, see if that was Parker Pfeiffer who was racing back. But yeah, that's just a bit of a slip. You just, in that moment, you just think, nobody will notice. I'll just get it out of the way and it can stop the break. Alex Q over to Fox. Skip pass to Lemieux. Great save, Coote. Boy, Lucas Coote, one of those goalies that when he is on, he can be fantastic. I mean, he's a very good goalie from basically all the time, but he can be one of those guys that's just hard to beat when he's really on it. Nice job to avoid the over and back by Flapen, but there was nobody there to help, and he wound up having to just fling it into open space, which was closed quickly by Tyler Brown. Lemieux Good job so far by the penalty kill, but then Tyler Brown, little drag play, backing away, looked for all the world like he's going to pass it across to Jake Fox and just rockets a shot up into the far top corner. See the skip pass down to Lemieux. He'll give it to Brown, and you see Brown just dragging his defender in a really nice pick there by Brooker Muir to open up the space. And we've got a 3-2 game. It's very close. We got 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. First of two 15-minute running times. Thanks for being with us at LAXNAI 2023 at the Utica University Nexus Center.
Rochester goal, his first of the game, scored by number 19, Tyler Brown.
Backdoor pass doesn't quite connect with Drew Lazar. May have been tipped out of the way by Jeff Geddes, who's had a really good tournament for the Bats. Now Geddes picks it up and is going to run the floor. Nice job changing direction to get up over center. He's got some players with him. Fits it through to Follows. Nice shot, but Coot just gets enough of it. Another strong play from Jeff Geddes. Goldstar into the offensive zone, and Parker Pfeiffer over to Belanda, who rockets one, but Riley Hutchcraft makes that stop. Outlet pass, one hopper to Jackson Ganton. Ganton watched by Semish, and that is a big old wall of red with some black and gold on it, and he just turns aside and heads back, lets the offense set up. Eric Turner to the net after taking the pass from Fox. Saved by Coot. The outlet pass. He is quite a passer. Lucas Coot wants the transition player of the week in CLAX because he had 5 assists in one game, and none of them were a little hand off to the defender and they go and do something. They were all bombs down the floor, absolutely hitting players in stride. One of the sharper passing goalies you'll see. On the run, Taylor Jensen. Nice job to get past Flapen, and another save by Coot. Throws that left arm out. He has been tested more and more as the game's gone, and that's going to be a tripping call. Taylor Jensen hustling back to play defense. Again, unintentional, but you can't, if you trip them, Jake Fox is arguing. He's pretty upset, but to me, that's a clear penalty. I mean, not intentional, but he took his feet right out from under him. Jensen did. Bomb from outside from Lazar late in the shot clock. Won't go, but we will have a power play for Goldstar Tel Aviv. Riley Hutchcraft, one of the busiest men at the tournament. He's been playing tons of minutes for the Rochester Bats. He is also here with his wife Haley and their son, and he is helping coach. Haley plays for the BP Lawyers, and he's helping coach that club. He also coaches Mimico during the Women's Major Series season where Haley plays.
Rochester penalty, number 27, Taylor Jensen.
Pfeiffer up to Lazar. He rips one, stopped by Hutchcraft.
Penalty, 137.
Too much, and Brooker Muir is going after the player. Did not like that hit on Ganton. There was the hit, and Muir immediately goes after him. If we get one more chance while they're sorting things out, let's see. Here's Ganton coming out. He got up a bit. Definitely got up a bit. I wouldn't say it was a dirty hit, but definitely a bit negligent. Not even negligent, just not taking the caution you need to take with your fellow players. So we'll see what the penalties are, whether it's 1 or 3 for Lazar. And Brooker Muir is going to get 1 for that. It's all going to be sorted out at halftime because there's 10 seconds left and there's no way this is all getting adjudicated. So we will take a break at the 2023 LAXNAI here in Utica. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with us on Lacrosse TV and the Blue Squatch YouTube network. We're going to take 2 minutes to watch some Blue Squatch highlights, and we'll be back to LAXNAI 2023. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the 2023 LAXNAI. This is final for fifth place, the fifth place game here at the tournament. We're going to be, now, the official is indicating the power per the man to power per side, but he had the ball in one thumb, so I don't know if the thumb was supposed to be up or down. It looked like 5-on-4, but I believe it is 5-on-5. The penalties will go up on the board.
Goldstar penalty to number 19, Drew Lazar. 1 minute for the illegal cross check.
So it's a 1 minute illegal cross check to Lazar, and then it'll be a roughing call to Brooker Muir.
1 minute for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike. I just said, ooh, and a 10-minute misconduct. Oh, so that hurts because Muir is one of the better players in this or any game he plays. So they lose Muir for 11 minutes with the minute for unsportsmanlike and a 10-minute misconduct. Mike Cooper will serve the 1 minute minor and then get released. Actually, because they're offsetting with Lazar and then Cooper serving for Muir, it will be after the next stoppage after a minute has gone by, or at the next stoppage after a minute. Here's Turner. Jake Fox, nice shot. Coot just throws the shoulder up, just gets enough of it and reaches way up high. Tyler Brown was lurking. 4-second count getting close, but they get it away with it. They get it out in time. Nice job by Coot. Now they got to beat 10, and they didn't make it. Spolansky needed to make that pass, and it's going to lead to Tyler Brown ripping one home. Another goal for him as he just waited up there for the 10-second count to expire and was in perfect position. You can see Spolansky has to put it down. Honestly, I think if Spolansky had realized that Tyler Brown was that wide open, he may have just rolled the ball away and taken the delay of game penalty. That is a wide open look. for Tyler Round. But it evens the game up. Now Semish takes possession off the draw.
Rochester goal. His second of games, number 19, Tyler Brown. Time of that goal, 13:40.
Penalty coming to Rochester. Coot sprints up to the bench, and Devin Piper comes off. Belando lets one rip. Rochester will come away with it. Hunter Lemieux picked it up. Nate Solomon was fighting for the ball, but play is blown down. It's going to be Mike Cooper heading right back to the box for holding. Oh no, is it too many men? It's hard when the ref only indicates it over the other direction to tell apart the holding and the too many men. Of course, holding being just grabbing the wrist, too many men, one arm on top of the other, forearm over forearm, elbow to toe, elbows to fingers, fingers to elbows. Yeah. I'll give them a hard time about not doing this, about not signing the penalties to us as well. Pfeiffer at the top. Parker Pfeiffer gets to Belando, whose shot is stopped by Hutchcraft. Peroni comes away with the ball, nicely fights through a check from Jake Silberlicht, who puts all kinds of forecheck pressure on. Here's Jackson Ganton, slows it down, gets it to Fox, and heads to the bench. It's going to allow Alex Hugh to come out. We've got 17 left on the penalty right now, about 9, so there's a 7-second difference between shot clock and the penalty. So Rochester going to take their time a little bit, get a shot off. Oh, that's perfect from Henry Follows. Gets a shot that Coot had to reach out for. Ticks off of his arm, up out of play, and that is a fresh 30 for the Bats, and Mike Cooper will come up and join the offense. Jake Fox was thinking about the around the world, but didn't think he had the angle there. Now he's going to come out top behind the back. Oh, what a finish! Briley Maxwell. That is gorgeous from the Edmonton Miner. On the run, reaches out, catches it, and look at him cut from the high. One fluid motion. That may be the goal of the tournament that I've seen. That is just a thing of beauty. Hanging the stick back there. Catches it and tings it in off the far post. Wow, that's nice. So the Bats go ahead, and then Matt Flapen takes a stick right to the middle of the mask. Goes uncalled, and Goldstar trying to push in on offense, but it's knocked away by Taylor Jensen. Really digging Taylor Jensen's tournament. He's played very well. Well, he's got some wheels too as he zips up the floor. He's just played a smart, tough defensive game. A little bit of transition sprinkled in. Coming to the near side to Fox. Loose ball picked up by Rochester. They are winning the loose ball battles. Not sure if Tyler Brown is trying to not possess that right away to let the clock keep ticking a bit, but the 30 had already been indicated as a reset. Alex Q's going to have another go. He was a little off balance. Nice bump by Silberlicht, and now Silberlicht races down the floor. Oh, he needed to start running a bit earlier. Ganton, heads up play. You just roll that ball ahead to Lemieux as Silberlicht was laying the hit. Jake Silberlicht tends to annoy some opponents because he is a very rugged player. Lemieux gets that ball along the boards again. A loose ball battle won by Rochester. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Fox watched by Semish. That's a battle of big bodies, and then Flapen gets in there. Alex Q's a pretty big guy. That is a large area of the floor. Well, an area of large men on the floor. Flapen's got to get over. He makes it with about a second to spare. Nice wrap check attempt by Hunter Lemieux. You can see him looking up to the ceiling because he was very close to jarring that one free. follows along the boards, spins off. Still 10 seconds to go. Lemieux checked from behind, knocked into the crease. No goal as it stopped nicely by Coot. Lemieux is pointing out that he felt like that check was right in the middle of his back. Oh, nice attempt by Belando, but he missed and lands in the crease. Just getting out now. And we've got a 2-on-none. Lemieux is still down the floor. Scores. That's a couple times now, Rochester. Oh, no, they're saying crease violation. Lemieux can't believe it. He's shaking his head. We'll take a look. Here's the outlet pass. You can see the live play to the right. The replay is on the left. Oh, you know what? I think it's right. I think his right toe was on the crease. I don't know. What do you think? Looked like a crease violation to me. Yeah. And Jay Fox is saying that that was a clear, oh my, there was a clear dirty hit, greasy hit by Drew Lazar on the check on Ganton as he was coming out. So you might have a better view. On the replay, it's on the far side. I can see it okay, right? The hands came up. Yeah, I guess so. I like Drew. He's a really nice guy. And it doesn't seem like the kind of thing he'd do intentionally. But yeah, it got high. I'm with you. You win, Jay. You win. Backdoor attempt by Briley Maxwell. Looking for another beautiful goal. That one stopped, though, by Coot. Tel Aviv, who led for quite a while, is now trailing and trying to get that tying goal back. Nice pass. Good job by Flapen. He's always such a heart and soul player for Tel Aviv. And Jensen, who I've really liked the game of, just dragged Devin Pfeiffer to the floor. Pfeiffer with the forecheck gets a tiny bit of it. And then his trail checking. Nice job. But Jensen runs out of trouble. Great. Takes a great angle to make sure he gets across center in time. Cross-shore pass from Fox. He gets it back from Lemieux. Nice spin move. And just enough of a ward off with the right hand to get the shot off. And then follows up, and bangs that one home, and that is a big goal. Watch the nice spin as Fox comes across the middle. Uses the offhand here, the right hand, to just make sure he's sealed. Gets that shot, the save by Coot, but nobody picks up. Henry follows. Come on, defenders. I know it's hard because the ball is back by your goalie on the board. You got to turn and look, but you've got to be aware of who's coming in. We always see it, and we've seen in this tournament so many goals where the defenders are just looking back towards their net, and the forwards who get to just run straight forward and see everything, pick it up with the ease and tuck it home. So that's 5-3 with 5 minutes to go, and Rochester is looking good for 5th place here. Not what either team was looking for coming into this tournament as the defending finalists, but Jake Fox almost had one. He can't believe it. He looks down at his shoes and gives Lucas Coot a glove tap. He thought he had that one. And Fox is going to walk down the bench to the end of the line of forwards and let Alex Q have the next go coming off the bench as the first man. And this is going to be the opportunity. Nobody's going to get there. So it's going to be a run on his own there by Jeff Geddes. Rebound follow-up, and Hunter Lemieux plays a defensive shift and gets rewarded. See, kids, good things happen if you go back and play D and commit to it. Lemieux, nice job of just trailing Geddes. I'm not 100% sure he could have caught up with Geddes anyway. But again, both defenders go and pick up Geddes, and nobody grabs Lemieux. Silberlick trying to get there at the last moment, but well, he does get there and gets a bump on him. But Lemieux, the lovely behind the back, and that is a dagger. That makes it 6-3.
7 goal, 4-16.
Belando might have been thinking dunk. He might still be thinking. He is still thinking dunk. And actually reached around so far, got it out there with the one hand, that it went across in front of Riley Hutchcraft. Hutchcraft back on his post as Goldstar had the ball, but the 30 runs out on them, and Bats will come forward. They've got a 2-on-1. It's going to go to Q. Nice save by Coot. Good pass by Turner to set him up, but Coot just throws up the hand and gets it with that right glove. 3 minutes to play. Again, 2 minutes ago, we will have the stop time start. There's a rip from Devin Pfeiffer. Brooker Muir back on the floor for Rochester, having served his 10-minute misconduct. Taylor Jensen. Maxwell gets it along the near boards. Fox over to Follows. The pair combined on that last goal. And Tyler Brown gives to Maxwell. Nice ball movement by Rochester. Flapin gets over and checks Brooker Muir, and that lets Coot scoop up the ball, gives the short pass to Silverlicht. They need 3 goals. It's one every 45 seconds. Tall order. But stop time starting in 7 seconds could help. Parker Pfeiffer runs into a pair of teal jerseys, but what an attempt by Lazar. The one hand fling backwards over the shoulder. Now he makes the pass and didn't put that one where it needed to be to give Nate Solomon a chance. He picked up by Briley Maxwell. Minute and a half to go. Hunter Lemieux, he's clearly focused on protecting the ball and thinking about going to the net as a secondary opportunity, which he does, but that was clearly in the crease. Nice work by Dalton Lundy checking up on him. Hard shot, but right in to Hutchcraft by Drew Lazar. And Rochester, they were down 2-0 in this game. Were they also down 3-0? I believe it was 3-0, and now 6 straight goals for Rochester. And that is probably, it looks like, going to get them 5th place. Again, a disappointment compared to winning last year. They came in certainly with expectations of repeating. But you always want to win your last game, and Rochester is going to do that. Henry Follows misses. Just a couple seconds left. Oh, no, they've got the recount on the 30. Although it seemed like the count was right in line with the clock. That's an over and back as Flapin catches it and then steps back over center. This is an awkward spot to be. Lucas Coot with the save with his stick out by the restraining line, and he takes a timeout. And Jake Saunders is laughing because he thought he had himself an empty net goal, and he gets robbed by Lucas Coot. Check this one out. I'm not sure I've ever seen a goalie make the stick save running straight across the restraining line like that. Can we go back a bit further? Oh, come on, Greg. Disillusioning. We don't get to see the pickoff. But trust me, it was a beauty by Lucas Coot. Goldstar will take their timeout. Coming up next, it's going to be a lot of fun. David Bowie will be bringing you the 2 semifinals for the U18 tournament. Boys, and that is, remember last year in that tournament, we had players taking part like Jamison Bucktooth, Trey Deer, trying to think who else. I don't want to say anyone who wasn't, but there were some dandy players. Those two, of course, you may have recognized the names as key components of the 20-0 Orangeville Northman perfect season in the OJLL this summer. Clearly taking part in that league is a big step. I love that somebody, here's a chance for Belando, rips one, scores. Matt Belando gets one back. Looks like they're counting it as a 2-pointer because they put it up, it's 5 on the board, but I think that will go back down to 4 and make it a 6-4 game.
Goldstar goal hits first of the game, scorer number 2, Matt Belando, with assist.
Henry Follows, motions to the officials to say, hey, we gave them 2. Look at the scoreboard. It's actually 6-4. And Jacob Silberlich said, I don't know, looked pretty good to me. They're not going to fix it on the scoreboard, or are they? Yeah, I think they're going to fix it. Eventually. I don't know. There we go. 14 seconds left. Brooker Muir has it. He will call timeout. And Rochester is going to get their guys out there who can take the ball and run away with it, and the Bats are going to take 5th place in this tournament. Love the point that I think it was Dan Arestia made on Twitter, X, whatever, that 2 players really ripping it up for USA White are, maybe, I'm not sure if it was Dan, I think it was, but CJ Kirst and Joey Spallina tearing it up for USA White. I think probably their 2 best forwards in the tournament. There's been some good players, but I think the 2 best U.S. forwards are probably those. Charlie Bertrand on U.S. Blue has been very good. But for the White, Spallina and Kirst definitely in the conversation. And they both, of course, played in the OJLL this past summer. Spallina on that Orangeville team, 4th in the league in scoring, and CJ Kirsch playing for Mimico and was dynamite, taking faceoffs, playing a power forward role. People are going to be salivating over him in the draft. I'm trying to remember if it's next year or the year after that he goes in the NLL draft. But a guy with that size, that skill, and that attitude of just, I will go through a wall for you, he's a beauty. Here's a chance for Tel Aviv. They pass it down low. Solomon shoots, misses. 5 seconds to go. Lazar has it. It pops away from him. And that's going to do it. Time will run out on Goldstar. And the Bats will take 5th place over Goldstar Tel Aviv. Excellent game. We've got lots more coming. The U18 finals coming up next. David Bowie will have those for you. Then we'll have the semifinals. Coming up after that, starting at 5:40, the semifinals for the main tournament here. Plus, we are going to have a women's game from the women's tournament, a feature game between the Haudenosaunee Nationals and the Salmon Bellies. We will wrap things up for now. We'll be back in about 12 minutes with the next game with the U18s on the floor. I'm Stephen Stamp for David Bowie, for Greg Beecher, for Charity Beecher, I believe. I don't even know if it's your last name. Yes, Charity Beecher, and everyone at Blue Squatch Productions and here at the LAXNAI 2023. Thanks for being with us. Don't go anywhere. Come on back and stick with us for the rest of the